Hi, this is Jake with Far Guitar Studio, and today we're going to be doing kind of a practice tutorial over Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the chord progression together and talk about the roadmap we need for our fingers as we move from chord to chord, and then we're just going to practice together. So you can rewind this and replay it as many times as you need to, but if you play with this video enough, eventually you should be able to play this song really well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just start out with our C chord. And the first change we have is from a C to a G. And the G we're going to play is actually a G6 because it's going to be a little easier. Now to make this motion, all you have to do is take off your first finger and move your top two fingers up one string. So let's do that with our left hand a few times. Let's do it maybe 4 times back and forth at your own pace. Okay, very nice. Now what I would like to do is play C down 4 times and G down once, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Okay, together. 1, 2, ready, go. And one more time, ready, go. Great. Okay, the next change we have is from G to D minor. This is probably the toughest change, so we're going to do a few more repetitions on this one. On G to D minor, we're going to take these 2 fingers and we're going to move them down so that your middle finger is playing 2 on the 3rd string and your ring finger is playing 3 on the 2nd string. Then we're going to take your first finger and put it on 1 on the 1st string to our D minor chord. Okay, so let's do a few repetitions. Let's do 6 repetitions from G to D minor with just our left hand. Okay, great. So now let's play that 4 times down on G, 1 time down on D minor. 1, 2, ready, go. Great. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Now there's a couple things to think about here. One is that right after beat 4, I'm going to jump my fingers down so I can get to the D minor chord in time. I like to think of the beginning of a race, whenever the person fires the gun and everybody jumps off the starting blocks. It's exactly what we're doing here. Watch how quickly I move. 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor. Okay, so practice that a few times on your own. Okay, after this, we go from D minor back to G. Now, I wish that I could say you wouldn't have to practice this one since we just practiced going from G to D minor, but it's going to feel a little bit differently to your hand, so we have to reverse it and now go from D minor to G. Okay, so let's do 4 repetitions from D minor shape to G. Ready, go. Okay, let's try our 4 downs on the D minor, 1 down on the G. 1, 2, ready, go. One more time, ready, go. Excellent. So before you go to the next chord, you have to imagine what the next chord shape is going to look like with your fingers. You have to see it before it happens, and that will allow you to get there on time. Another way of saying it is that your brain has to be just right ahead of where your fingers are. Thinking about that, let's do it one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. go. Very nice. Okay, and our last chord change for this song is G to F major 7. Alright, so let's work on that one. It's 4 repetitions. One of the beautiful parts about this change is that these 2 fingers stay in the same shape. We just drop them down 2 strings so that your 3rd finger's on 4 and this one's on 3, and we add on your 1st finger over here on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Okay, let's do our 4 downs on the G, 1 down on the F. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, at this point you should have all the chord changes down pretty well. If you need to go back over one of them, feel free to rewind and try it again. But now what I would like to do is play the whole song, C, C, G, G, D minor, G, F major 7, and then with just the 4 down strum pattern, okay? And then we'll add on the up next time. We're still going to take it pretty slow, and then we'll do it fast right after this. Starting at the beginning, 1, 2, ready, go. We're going to change the G here. 3, 4, 1, 2. Here comes D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Back to G. 1, 2. Here's F. Very nice, and they just repeat that for the entire time. So try and play with that as much as you can. All right, now the next step is to still keep the 4 down strum pattern, but to move just a little bit quicker. Okay, so for a while you might just have to play maybe 2 measures at a time plus the chord change. For example, I might have to play 2 C's and then G at this speed. But that's the next speed I want you to try and get. So I'm going to play through the whole song at that speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you can accomplish that much, then you're really on the right track. That's great. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do, and I'm going to slow it back down for this, is add an up at the end of every single one of our strum patterns. So now we're going to play 4 downs plus an up. Now remember, the upstrokes are not as important as the downstrokes. So when we do an upstroke, we're really only going to hit 1, 2, maybe 3 strings. But really, we're not too concerned about it. It's more of just a general sound we're going for. Okay, so on the first 2 measures of double C, that'll sound like this. Let's play it together. 1, 2, ready, go. Very nice. All right, now I'm going to play measures 2 and 3, and I'm going to let you use this trick to practice the rest of the song. I'm going to play measure 2 plus the first chord of measure 3 so I can work on the transition. Let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, G. Okay, and then you would do that from G to D minor to G, and G to F. All right, so don't forget, even when we add the up, you're still jumping right after beat 4. That means on the up, you might be playing some open strings, but that's totally okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, G. So I was making a transition. after beat 4. Okay, thank you for watching. If you need to download the sheet music, it's attached right underneath the video. I hope you have a great week playing Where Did Our Love Go? Thank you.